I assume when you think of burning fat, you either think of running, skipping the rope, grinding it out on the Stairmaster. But what if I told you losing fat doesn't have to be that demanding? What if I told you there is a way to do it to the point where it feels almost effortless? You see, I've been experimenting with walking for the past 7 or 8 months, and what I've concluded is that it might be one of the most effortless ways to induce fat loss. First, I want to get this out of the way. If you want to lose weight, if you want to get lean, your nutrition has to be dialed in. Now, once your nutrition is dialed in, then walking can turn you into a literal fat burning machine. And if you can just make walking a part of your daily routine, you will get leaner a lot faster. You see, the challenge today with people is that they simply wake up, they get ready, they go to their car, they drive to work, they sit down pretty much half of a day, they get ready, they go back in their car, they drive back home, perhaps they do 3-4 intense gym sessions per week, but that's just simply not enough to keep your metabolism in place where you're gonna stay in good shape and feel satisfied with how you look. And people are just surprised why they're overweight or obese. I feel like people have completely forgotten about the fact that it's very natural and it should be normal for us humans to walk. It's true, walking burns a moderate amount of calories and it absolutely doesn't stand a chance against, let's say, running. However, there are certain benefits that make walking superior to any other form of cardio. Just think about this. It doesn't make you hungrier after a session. In fact, it makes you feel like you're craving less food. It doesn't deplete your recovering abilities. I mean, there are certain benefits that are just superior to any other form of cardio. I have all of the people that do my program first dial in their nutrition, second train compound only 3 to 4 times a week, and then the third one is walk. Walk, walk, walk. 10,000 steps is a good starting point. 12,500 is really good, but 14, 15, even 16,000 steps a day, that's crazy. That's about 100K a week. Once you do that amount of steps, you literally enter a stage where you become a literal fat burning machine to the point where fat just melts off of your body, but you need to have your nutrition dialed in. And here's why I put walking above any other form of cardio. You see, with running, with the Stairmaster, the skipping rope thing, there's a cost. Recovery time, willpower to do it again, increased hunger after every session. There's also that muscle diminishing effect. With walking, on the other hand, there's absolutely none of that. Just think about this. Not only does walking reduce your cravings, but once you go out for a walk, you get busy, you simply start doing something, and your brain doesn't even think of food and doesn't even think of eating something. You simply get busy, and in my opinion, this is a direct correlation to weight loss and burning fat. And that's the thing, like walking has simply huge benefits that are beyond just improving your health and getting leaner and getting in better shape. I mean, once I go out, I simply get more creative, I get more ideas, I socialize with people, my mood improves. Like, there's simply a lot of benefits that are beyond just any of those things. The secret to sticking with walking on the long term is to just make it enjoyable. Go invest in some new comfy shoes that are gonna make you excited to go out and walk. You can even learn something on the way. Listen to podcasts, listen to audiobooks, you can even listen to this video. You can invite a friend to keep you company to get that social benefit. Heck, you can even make it your time to just clear your head. Like, if you're an entrepreneur, you can take calls, take meetings while you walk. You can gamify the whole thing. Like, I got this thing going on with my friends where we have an app downloaded on our phones and we just compete against each other on who does the most steps. These are the things that are gonna make walking more enjoyable. What I'm trying to say is make it a part of your lifestyle where it doesn't feel like a chore. Because once it becomes a part of your lifestyle, it's not gonna feel like an exercise anymore. It's gonna feel like something you normally do. The simplest way to begin is to start slow. Start from anywhere between 6, 7, 8,000 steps a day. And from that point on, just build it up to 10, 12,000, 13, 15,000 over time. One of the easiest ways you can get in more steps is to just try and walk everywhere you can. Now, I know this might seem like a lot, but if you replace all of those short drives with walking, over time, things like this add up. Walk to the gym whenever possible. Not only will it help you reach your step count, but it's gonna double as a light warm-up to your workout. Instead of looking for the closest parking spot when you go and do groceries, just park somewhere on the edge. and walk up to the entrance. I got this other thing going on when I'm at the airport. If you don't know, when you're in Europe, you're required to check in 2 hours before the flight. And what I like to do in those 2 hours is just walk around the airport. And my bro is always like, bro, why don't you just sit down? Brother, don't bother me. Let me do my steps. I mean, these are the kind of things that make it your habit. And those little changes are gonna make a huge difference over time. Also, another super powerful way to crush in your steps is to invest in a walking pad and a standing desk. Now, this requires quite a bit of an investment, but it's gonna make you a literal superhero when it comes to walking and crushing in your steps. I don't have a walking pad in particular, but what I do have is this old treadmill that I've converted into some sort of a working station where I have this little space where I just put my laptop and I can just walk. And what I do every morning is right after I wake up, I hop on the treadmill, and for 30 to 45 minutes, I go through my emails, respond back to some texts, and that easily gives me like 3, 4, 5,000 steps plus per day, which is crazy. And when you do it consistently every day, every week, the results compound. Think of it as an interest in a bank account. Small deposits add up to something big over time.